Back here on CBS Sports HQ, a look at our free agent tracker. So many big-name wide receivers on the market this season. Davante Adams on top, heading to the L.A. Rams. Cooper Kupp no longer with the Rams. L.A. releasing him today after saying that he would no longer be with the team. I think they were hoping to trade him. That has not happened, so the Rams have released Cooper Kupp. But 5 years ago, Robbie Anderson hit free agency, signed with the Panthers, had a career year, and then changed his name to Robbie Chosen. Over 5,000 receiving yards in his career, 30 touchdowns in his now nearly 10-year-long career. He's a free agent, so we decided to sign him for the day and welcome him into studio and put him right between Pete Prisco and Douzable. Pete, your rankings did not include Robbie there. What's up?
He's 31. He's a little. No, I'm kidding. I thought he was retiring. I didn't even know he didn't until I talked to him upstairs. I didn't even know he was still going to play.
Yeah. What's the latest, Robbie?
I'm ready, man. I'm grinding. You know, talking to some teams, having some good conversations. You know, and just waiting for that opportunity and praying for the opportunity for me to go in there and work and show what I can do. And you know, I'm 31 in paper, but my football mileage, you know, I'm still 25, dog.
Pete always talks about this, right, when it comes to speed, right? Guys got to have speed. You got to be able to get down the field. One thing he can do is get down the field in a hurry. Don't forget, Hans, this is a jet great right here. It's a jet great. So we got Jet Nation up here right now.
Two Jets greats
in the middle of the
jet great right here.
There's nobody here from '69 in Jets, so they've been great for a long time.
Pete, didn't you play for the '69 Jets?
No, but and I didn't cover them. I was only 9 years old back then.
Okay.
Nice try.
Darn.
Nice try.
Robbie, before we move on, just really quickly, I know you're talking to a lot of teams. Are there any teams that you think you could be a great fit for that have been catching your eye? Anything like that?
You know, I'm open to every team. I don't want to, make it seem like I'm too good for any team. You know, I'm just hoping for a great opportunity. But, the Jets would mean a lot. My career starting there, and, the culture that I know that they're building and everything. Not to single any team out, but that would be special. It would be nostalgic.
No, Robbie, we were actually just talking about that because when Aaron Glenn signed it, we both like that hiring, right? Because we know we've been in that locker room, and it takes a special coach to be able to deal with the New York media. So Aaron Glenn has not only been a defensive coordinator, but he's been a player in that locker room, and his picture is all over that wall. Like before Darrelle Revis, it was Aaron Glenn. That was the corner that was talked about for the Jets. So what specifically about Aaron Glenn you thought made a good hire for the Jets?
I would say he understands what it takes to be successful, one, as a player. He respects hard work. He's in that position because he worked his way up. He could have easily just, had a red carpet rolled out for him based on what he's done, but he wanted to, earn it. You know what I'm saying? So he's going to respect hard work and build that culture right. The New York Jets is a great organization, but there's just been certain things over the years, and I think that he truly is that answer.
Yeah, and to your point, Lige, he didn't mince words in his introductory press conference because they were asking about Aaron Rodgers, of course, before they moved on, and he was like, "Next, we're not talking about that right now." So let's talk about the wide receiver market, and before we move forward and see who is still available, let's see what we've seen so far. Davante Adams, no longer a New York Jet here; he's actually going to the Rams. Chris Godwin, leaving some money on the table potentially, or still that we know of, but he is returning to Tampa Bay, and then T. Higgins, the Bengals using the franchise tag on him. Lige, I will start with you. When we look at those moves, how do you feel about it? Slow start? Where are you at on what we've seen with the veteran wide receivers?
Well, the interesting thing, people always talk about tiers of free agency, right? There's the top name guys who was Chris Godwin, T. Higgins, who got the franchise tag, Davante Adams, who got $20+ million on the open market. But then you got guys like De'Amon Brown and also Josh Palmer, who actually had a nice market as well that got, upwards of $10 million+. So it's been an interesting free agent market because I know there's some guys we're going to talk about, and you see a few of them on the list: Cooper Kupp, Stephon Diggs, Keenan Allen. For a majority of their career, they've been true number ones. So is the NFL finally saying that right now we don't see you as a true number one, but you could potentially come in and help us as a high-end number two? And that's the thing about free agency that people don't understand. There's a wave. Like, there's a first wave, there's a second wave, there's a first tier, there's a second tier. And I guarantee we see some of those bigger names come off the board sooner than later.
Some of those guys are in reality wave right now. They're realizing they're not number one wide receivers anymore. Stephon Diggs coming off a major injury. He's 31, 32 years old. No offense, Robbie, but he's getting up in the years, right? He's an older player by receiver standards. So you can't necessarily consider him a number 1 wide receiver anymore. Cooper Kupp averaged 10 yards a catch last year. He's not a number 1 wide receiver anymore. So they have to sit there and say, you know what? I'm not a number 1, but I'm a number 2 or a number 3. I'm going to go get paid like a number 2 or number 3. And I think that's why you're right. They're probably sitting there waiting for the right opportunity.
Actually, when I asked Robbie this question, because you've been through free agency a few times, how do you think NFL teams are perceiving some of these receivers that are in their 30s but have been true number 1 guys?
I would say it depends on the decision makers. In my opinion, I feel like you have to respect the body of work. I'm taking Stephon Diggs, Cooper Kupp, and there's no offense to anybody, but a guy that's in the middle of their career, I'm taking them because they've proven what they can do. Stephon can't control that he got hurt. You know what I'm saying? Cooper Kupp can't control who's to say the targets or what took place last year. They still are who they are. And furthermore, them being 31, they bring that veteran presence. And they've been in those big moments. These young guys haven't been in those big moments. These guys know how to win. They're still all-pro players. So, you know, that's my stance on it. I don't like that. I understand the business, but I don't like that receivers, we get told that we're old at this age. We're trained to run all day. It's not like we're running backs. It's not like we're linemen. It's not like we're taking on that wear and tear. We take care of our body. We're professionals, and those are special players, you know, and they still deserve that respect as wide receiver ones.
But I think people will sign him. I just don't think they're going to get the big money deals.
They might not get the big money deal, but they still deserve that opportunity. You know what I'm saying? And even with Cooper Kupp, personally, I don't think that, I feel he should have had the opportunity to retire around for the type of man that he is, the stand-up guy that he is, and all that he's put in. You know, it's not right. You know, it's the business, but it's not right.
Yeah, I mean, ideally you're right, but you know how
it's the business.
You know how this business is. It's a cruel, nasty business. It really is.
You need to find a business where you can make big money at age 69, like Pete, right?
69. You're coming up with a lot of numbers today, Chris. Not quite 69.
Almost. Robbie Chosen, thank you so much. Best of luck. We look forward to seeing you out there.
Sign this man. Somebody sign him. He can run.
You're always talking about teams that need speed.
Well, and he can run.
He has it.
He can run. There's a lot of teams. The Rams need speed.
Yeah.
HQ, your place for NFL 365. News, highlights, scores, breaking news, and even special appearances by current players.
When you need your sports news all the time,
we've got breaking news to bring to you.
CBS Sports HQ gives you a snapshot of all the sports that matter to you.
Big news coming out of the NFL. A lot of movement in the rankings this week.
With highlights.
What a finish at the final round of play.
And in-depth analysis.
Can they three-peat? Tony Romo joins the conversation.
What can you say about this game?
When you need your sports in a snap,
we're bringing you that breaking news right here on HQ.
Find it on CBS Sports HQ. Streaming free anywhere you are.